Hi, my name is Jason LaRoe, and this is my mechatronics project. This is a espresso drink machine that adds sweetener and cream to your espresso, and I'll give you a quick demonstration of that. As you can see, we have the LCD that indicates the sweetener amount, and then this potentiometer controls the value of it, and it's scaled to go 1 through 9 to make it easier for the user, and that will determine how long the pumps run to add the sweetener, and then we can start the program with this button here. And then we're greeted with a little enjoy message from the LCD display before it resets. And then you can see we've added a little bit of cream and sugar, or cream and sweetener, to our espresso. In the original design plan for the device, there was going to be a secondary button that would spin a stir rod within the drink to mix the beverage for you. However, while gluing on the stir rod I had lying around the house to a motor, I ran into some troubles and it's slightly off canter, so the rod is slightly bent, so it creates a lot of vibration that in many cases just stopped the stir rod completely, causing it to fail. Moving around to the back of the device, we can start getting a look at the inside of it. We have 2 half breadboards as well as a full breadboard in the Arduino. Now, the way it's being powered is off of a 12-volt power supply, which has then been modified to fit onto the backside of the breadboard, which then gives the pumps the 12 volts required for operation. And then coming from the Arduino, we can see the additional wires going for the LCD display, while the rest are connected to the other half of the breadboard and pressed up against the front of the device. Then lastly, we can see this side of the breadboard is running 5 volts in order to ground the potentiometer. And we can see the buzzer going there that then indicates to the user that the beverage is ready. And then underneath here we have the pumps, where one set of tubes goes into the containers and the other set runs through the device back out to the beverage. And so then we can see all the values that the potentiometer can go through nice and smoothly. And then we can select one, we can run that, add the sweeteners to the coffee, we're greeted with that enjoy message that lasts for 5 seconds. And then once that returns, we can select a new value and run the program again. And then there's no issues with repeating in the software. We can just run that around as many times as we want. And of course, we have that nice little buzzer that audibly indicates to the user that their beverage is ready. And just some more detail on everything is powered. We have the power supply going into the back of this breadboard, which then runs to the pumps, and then it runs out of the breadboard into the voltage in and the ground pin on the Arduino. And then there is the 5-volt out pin from the Arduino going to the breadboard, and then there is a hot and ground running to this side of the breadboard to give this side 5 volts. And then lastly, just some final thoughts, is that the main construction is out of just a plastic piece from Home Depot that's used for measuring angles, and then it is surrounded with a poplar wood to give it just kind of a nice home style look to it, and then just some vinyl tubing for all of the sweetener pumps.